welcome back to the most electrifying channel. I am Daddy Kool. So today we are going to get right back to our Final Fantasy XIII-2. We've done a lot of things, and I ran out of space when it came to. Hold on. I ran out of space when it came to. Why do I keep doing that? Hold on. So I ran out of space when it comes to doing little clips, so I have to free up some space to get the clips going. But after tons of grinding, look who we got. Lightning. Now, of course, you know, you saw the little glitchiness, and I've watched a couple videos. I am not the only one who deals with the glitches, so it's just part of the game. It just happens. But anyway, we got Lightning, and grabbing her was a very long time. I thought I was gonna have to get one of the fragment skills to be able to grab her, but after a few beatings, she finally bowed down to us. Now, I was gonna go all out and pretty much start leveling her up. I mean, not leveling her up, infusing her with some interesting, pieces. But I decided I'm not gonna do that. I invested a lot of time with our blue Chocobo, and as you can see, I've told you what we have done with him. As you can see, look at this right here. Now you see the resistance, physical plus 36. That is from the green Chocobo. So if you max out the green Chocobo, get him to a level 99, and then you will get resistance to physical plus 36 and resistance to magic plus 26. That's all from the green Chocobo. Now, you know your plus 35 in strength and your plus 35 in magic is from Toneberry, which I recommend throwing that in for him. So my next upgrade infusion, which we are going to do with our prize right here. This is our prize. He's the prize. So I want you to see what we've done. We've gotten this with the high powered thunder attack. I'm not even going to try to say that. I get tired of those words. Anyway, so we got that one from what is it called? Circuitron, I believe that's his name, Circuitron. But you could grab it from any monster that has that particular thunder attack. So my next one, which I'm going to work on, is the Munchkin boss. This guy right here. I maxed him up. He's already at his top of the line area right now. I think he just got one more, and then he gets the Roll Renaissance. The only reason why I didn't give that to him is because when we infuse where are you at? When we infuse the Plos Gladiator, as you can see, he already has it. So yes, I did take the plunge to max out the Plos Gladiator. I wasn't going to, but like I said, it is time consuming, and it takes a very long time. But since you can get certain things from that Chocobo lady, Chocolina, only thing you really got to farm for are the generators. So you get your generator game up, you pretty much have half the battle right there. So this is going to be our infusion right here. We are going to infuse the Plos Gladiator. As you can see right there, it will boost the health up to 8,665, which is really good compared to where we're at. We're at 6,666. And the Munchkin boss is going to give us some pretty interesting things, which will be Gale Finder. we already have the guild where we are, you know, but you can never have enough money, so having more guild after every fight is even better. So let's keep that on the goal. So we definitely want that, so we're not even gonna resist on that one. But the main thing we want from him is his fire attack, and that's what we're gonna grab from him. Not a bunch of fire, we just want the strongest fire attack. So when we come across, you know, different monsters that are weak against certain things, guess what? This buddy right here will be able to conquer it all. All right, so let's do that right now. Yes. All right, so the only role we want is this one. That's it. All right. And let's move on. Okay. So now, look at us now. Beautiful, right? He actually had a fire strike. Now, if we was able to get that fire strike, I probably would have added that too, but it didn't pop up, so that's cool. So this is us right here. Look real good, real good. And we get a guild finder to come along with it. Now, we are going to infuse into our pride and joy here the Post Gladiator. Where we at? Did I just pass you? Yeah, I just passed you. All right. And this is the highest I believe we can get our health, is the plus 30. Like I said, you could always do the plus the knight. You know, it's cheaper, easier. You could go with that route. No problem. You might want to. It'll save you time if you don't want to go for the extra. You know, me, I'm gonna go for the extra, and look what else it comes. Look what else it brings along with it. So you get some serious things here, and then plus with the roll Renaissance, when we do the Ravager joint, it makes everybody else in that particular thing stronger. Yeah, you already know I'm all about going the Chocobo route, but after we beat the game, to have fun, we're going to make lightning very dangerous. I'm trying to figure out if you can actually get more tone berries, because that's who I would love to infuse her with, is a tone berry. Chi-Chu is just mainly for physical attacks, which that's why we're going to infuse Chi-Chu in with the red Chocobo. So let's get this one going right now. Look at this. These stats look incredible, right? Incredible. All right, let's go. We don't care. All right, now our Chocobo's looking this one here's looking real now, man. And plus he could take a hit. Now he has a fire attack along with him. He's got improved counter. He's looking real tight right now. He's looking real tight. Okay. Let's see something. It looks like, okay. Alright, so the guild finder that we did have, I believe it's gone now. So we lost the guild finder, I believe. Did we lose the guild finder? Resistance to physical attack. Alright, so you know what? I'm not feeling this one now. Hold up. So no, we don't like this build here no more, because it looks like it took away the green, the passive joints for the green. All I see is resist. Yeah, see, look. Resistance to physical. We don't see resistance to the magic anymore. No, yeah, we don't like that one. All right, So what we're gonna do is simple, because we didn't save. We are going to exit. Yes, exit. Big time. So that's the reason why sometimes I don't jump the gun when it comes to saving, especially when we're doing the infusion, because we want to make sure that we're getting everything we want. We don't want any BS going on when it comes to the infusion.
Final Fantasy 13
And you don't want to lose
the story so far.
That magic at all. All right. Okay, so back to it. Okay, let's get back to our boy. Okay, see, we want that resistance to magic. All right. So, all right. Now the post gladiator's giving us. Maybe he's giving us some stuff that we don't really need. Maybe. I did like the roll renaissance. That was one of the things that I did want. But he's bringing a lot of extra stuff over too. So we might just have to go with the post night. All right, let's check the post night out. And we could give the post gladiator to someone else. Let's see. Blue, infusion, post night. All right, so we're losing an extra 3,000 when it comes to health, but that's all we really need. That's all we really wanted from him. I was being a little greedy because I did want the other goods too, but we don't want to lose. Yeah, we don't want to lose that. Let's see something real quick. Let's go with the Munchkin boss, because I know he actually gives us that guild finder. All right, so the reason why these things didn't come over, the magic, the strength, and the resistance, is because we're already have stronger ones, so they're not going to give us weak ones. Now, if any resistance becomes stronger, then you lose it. I just picked that up as we just went through that first mistake. So you do not want to do that. Any resistance, magic, whatever, if you have one that's higher, a resistance to anything, as you saw, we have resistance Imperial. Because it was higher, we lost our resistance to magic. So we do not want that. So we got to pay attention to what we bring over here. And the Munchkin boss is perfect because everything he has is low. All right, so let's try this again. And the only thing he's bringing over right now is Guild Finder. That's nothing. All right, so let's see what we got. So we'll do Munchkin boss. We want the fire. All right. Proceed. All right, let's see what we got. Resistance, strength. Okay, looks good. I love it. All right, let's go. All right, and let's infuse him with the post night. Resistance. All right, let's take a look at our boy. Okay, we have plus HP, resistance to physical. We still have our resistance to magic. We have our strength plus 35, and we have our magic plus 35. And our guild finder, which is I'll take, and we have resistance, so we have everything we want. The only thing I did want that renaissance. Hold up, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. All right, so I think we're at our max now when it comes to that. It says you can only have up to 10 passive abilities, and I don't know if they count the locked one or not as a passive one. I don't know, because if they do, then we have 10. But if they don't, we're stuck at 9. So I like this right here. I like that we have all of this right here. This right here is perfect for us. That makes him well-rounded. If you are weak against fire, guess what? He could bring that out. So we have everything that we need to keep him up to date. All right, so our post-gladiator, I might give to the red Chocobo because his health is suspect, and we really didn't do anything with him yet. See, he doesn't really have nothing going on for him just yet. And there are times where I love to do a nice little 3 commando type of joint. We rarely do 3 sentinels, so the role renaissance was something that doesn't really work. But this is our prize right here. I said he has the goods. This makes our red Chocobo super strong. Let me just give you a little show. This will be coming over to him right there. All of it. This will make him stronger, faster. And then once we infuse it with this right here, he'll be a beast. He'll be a beast. But these two right here are I'm very up with this one. Now, the gold Chocobo. Let me see something real quick. Doesn't really have anything. Alright, because I want one of his attacks. That is something I do want. But I don't know if they're going to give it to us. But you see, he has this one right here. This is what we want. Covers more of a ground. I like the armor breaker too, but I doubt if he'll give us that. Let me ask you guys a question. Which is your favorite? Do you like the red or you like the gold Chocobo? Which one do you think is more powerful? Right now, our red is more powerful because of the fact that he pretty much is a 99. So that's the reason why he was able to get more attacks. But who would you pick? Red or the gold? Let me know. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this video up here. I'm gonna give you guys a little test show of our new stats right here. This looks really good, really good. And like I said, the resistance to the physical and the resistance to the magic, we got that from the green Chocobo. So you definitely want to look into that. And I really wish we was able to pick and choose what we can get from this gladiator, but he's bringing over a lot of stuff. And see that resistance imperial is plus 66. That's why it takes away from the magic. So we lose the resistance to magic compared to that right there. I'd rather have the magic compared to that. I did like his other stuff, but you know, we'll be all right. Like I said, we could give it to the red one, and the red one will be nice and solid. All right, let's see. Where can we go for a nice little challenge to see how our blue Chocobo goes? Let's have a little fun at the Coliseum real quick, just a little test run, and then I can show you guys how I beat Lightning and her boss. I'll give you guys a little quickie on that. The blue Chocobo, I'm telling you, I invested so much time in this Chocobo here. Like this is the truth right here. I want him to be crazy. Just like what we did with the silver chocobo. But I'm going to be investing so much. All the investments that we put for the silver chocobo is for the racing. So I'm not really going to keep him in the lineup like that, because we need to put him into the stable to race and get us money and get us all the dark matters and all those things that we can get by racing. Instead of farming, fighting for hours, we can just get it in the races. So he's not going to be in the lineup much. So we're going to have to find someone to replace this golden weapon right here. But anyway, all right, let me just show you guys real quick how strong we just made this fool. All right, we'll just use this one. Okay, when it comes to these battles here, I like to use cross. That way everyone's focusing on one person. Instead of one person going over there, one person going over there, we're focused on one person. And the combat clinic, I like to use wide. It kind of gets the meds across everybody real quick. So that actually works pretty good. All right, let's do this.
You think Macho Guerrero is
Yeah, this blue chocobo is...
Come forth, brave Protein.
Hands down.
Come forth, brave Protein.
We should be able to spank them both in under 4 minutes. Easily. See? She's already feeling it.
Having trouble with the cubs, Sergeant Farron? All out of that lightning zap? Alrighty. Time to boost troop morale. Listen up, Farron. Your mission is to dominate this field of battle. I want to hear that blade sing!
We're gonna take her out.
Guessing. Right for the job. For you.
After I just showed how to do it, just switching it there.
I'll back you up.
We want lightning.
I can take it.
And then when she casts his bravery, just bring out the red chocobo to get rid of it.
Just started. I'm here.
While he's doing all that guarding, we'll just be racing her down.
No holding back.
We got a minute to do a little quick touch up.
For you.
Lightning's about to be out of there. we have him there for to take those hits. Let's do a little quick healing.
Bring it on.
Unless he wants to put all that garbage on us.
Run the house. Right tool for the job. Get some.
We'll let them get him up a little higher.
Catch.
Eventually, he's gonna start doing something stupid, and then that's when we'll go after him.
Vermin. No holding back. Here. Here. Right here.
There we go.
Here. Should have retired.
4 minutes. That was because they kept hitting us with slowing my attacks down. That was kind of stupid, but usually I get them in the 3 minute range. So this was a little long one. As you can see, they kept stopping my attack, so that kind of delayed things a little bit. But overall,
You fight well.
we got the W, and our blue Chocobo looks great. Like I said, blue Chocobo looks great. Like I said, we got great stuff with him. Great stuff with him. And the silver one's amazing. But like I said, the silver one we're gonna end up losing because once we start getting him into the races, you know, we're gonna lose this warrior right here. So having him in the lineup now, we get we're getting a lot of cash coming in right now because of the fact that we have the collector's catalog on, and I just noticed that because look at our what is it? You're packing, son. Yeah, you're packing item scavenger too, so that's helping us right there. And then our blue joint is packing Gale Finder too. So yeah, we got some goodies. I'm real happy about that. So let's keep the party going. But anyway, this is my build for the blue Chocobo. I think this is a great build. I think it all starts off with the Toneberry. And like I said, you don't want to overpack too much because if you go too crazy, as we just realized, you can lose certain things. Like that resistance ice. Now, we come across something that's, let's say there's a resistance to fire plus 65, right? We're gonna lose resistance ice for the fire 6 plus 65. That's how I realized how it works. I didn't really get it until we just lost those options in the other time. So you gotta pay attention to each option before you go in there, because on paper, the post gladiator fix was perfect, but the Imperial resistance is what takes it to its toll. Now, I don't know. Is Imperial better than magic? But I think it took more than just magic away from us. So I'm gonna just stick with what we got. I did want the Roll Renaissance though. That was one of the things that I did want to add, but they're not gonna give it to us, and I really don't want to. I really wouldn't want to mess him up. Let me see. What would you actually do? Resistance to physical stage. So we're losing, and we lose Guild Finder. It pretty much shows us what we're gonna lose. I didn't even pay attention to that last time. So we get improved counter, resistance to Imperial, but we keep our strength and our magic, and we keep resistance to physical. See, but I want to keep resistance to magic too. But I want the Roll Renaissance. And I love the, what is it, Tetra defense? I love that one. Oh man, that's gonna be a game time decision, people. I don't know. But like I said, we could put that on the, we can infuse that in the red Chocobo. The red doesn't really got nothing going on. We can infuse that one. And all these goodies come over to us. And we get the Roll Renaissance. So I wonder, can you have Roll Renaissance and pack mentality? Because I don't know if you can have them both on one Chocobo. That's gonna be the messing around what we do with that too. Good times, good times. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I just wanted to show you guys some more of our build process when it comes to our blue Chocobo. I was asked what did I use to put this blue Chocobo together. So pretty much what we did, really. The first infusion that we did was the Tone Berry, which, like I said, gave us our strength and magic. And then I did the green Chocobo, fully maxed out, and that's what gave us to our resistance to physical and magic. And then I used the Post Night. They gave us the HP 25, and that's what's the reason why we have the 8,332 in health, which could have been more, but they were taking more than what I wanted to get rid of. So, and then the thunder attack we got from Circuitron. That's why we got the high thunder. And for the high fire, we got from the Munchkin boss. Now, you can pick any monster you want that has that fire attack. But these are the ones that we choose. And it was so easy to go because they were all in one spot. Like I said, everything is really in this one spot here. I'll show you where we went, and just so you can know, all you gotta do is just change the weather. Everything's here. This is where you can do all your grinding at. Everything's right here. Okay, everything's here. So you can do your grinding here for crystals, generators. Everything is right here. All you need. And plus, like I said, we've already opened up the final, I believe, the final shop. So open up the final shop, you gotta come here, and then that Chocolina chick will give you her final stuff. So we needed that so we can buy as much as the upgrades we need until we get to the crystals and the generators. You can't buy those, but you can buy essence which is good. So that's a good thing. But all you gotta do now is just grind for crystals and generators, depending on which way you're rolling. All right. So we are gonna wrap this video up, and when we come back, we are coming here to knock out some of these fragments. I believe once we start here, we should be able to cover all these other fragments also. Where are we at? Yeah, we should be able to knock these out now. Yep, so we should be able to finish the deal here, because I believe it's gonna start at that other spot. So, all right, so that's it. We will return, and we're gonna be heading here. So, hope you guys like my build. Let me know what you guys did with y'all builds when it comes to the blue chocobo infusion. I love to hear everybody's different thing, and what do you feel was worth the risk of getting rid of? Because you gotta lose something if you keep going as high as you go. So I think this right here, the guild finder is because as you can see, our money is already, we can buy anything we want. So I'm not too with the guild finder. If we had an option to get rid of that, guild finder would be the one that I would get rid of, big time. Now, before we go, now this one here is a beast in its own world. This one is a beast. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm gonna find, once we finally start farming those DLCs, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Oh man, a lot of fun, but that's later on. My main concern is I wanted Lightning, and we got her. So she'll be the one I'll be messing around with, just to keep the game, you know, funny, having Lightning in the lineup. So we're gonna keep her in the lineup, and we'll probably keep her boss in the lineup for now, and just have a little fun with that until we start doing some real grinding when it comes to some of these other boss fights, because they are hard. I know Snow's hard. I was sitting there looking at my old gameplay. I was like, how the heck did we beat Snow? Snow has like millions of health. So, but we beat him, and we collected him. And I think the only reason why I was able to collect him was because of one of the skills that we're gonna pick up from the fragments. And that's what I'm looking for now. That's why I want to start knocking out some of these fragments, and also get good old Noel even stronger. So let's keep it moving. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate y'all, and damn, let's keep this Chocobo thing going. I'm having a lot of fun with that. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.